guys, we're back with part 2 of our Sam series. This week we're going to be going over desensitizing and some of the other ways that I've been moving Sam's feet to gain his respect.
Howdy, and welcome to the Bar SC Ranch, where you will experience our journey of running a family business, caring for animals, and doing life together. Subscribe now and be inspired here at the Bar SC.
So something really important that we want to establish working with either a young horse, a new horse, even a horse that you've worked with for years, is that me gaining his respect and me moving his feet is not out of fear. If the reason that he's running around the outside of the round pen is because he's afraid of me, that's not going to be a very good relationship down the road. And when I eventually put myself in his hands, by riding him, when you're riding a horse, you really don't have any control. You don't have your own control. The horse has given you the reins and they're listening because of their training and because they're kind-mannered. If you're riding any horse and it decided, no, I don't care how strong you are not in control anymore. So if you have trained a horse out of fear, there's always going to be something that horse fears more than you. So if you don't have that relationship, that trust with them to go, you know what, I need you to respect my authority and respect that when I tell you this isn't going to kill you, that you can trust that and you can believe me. If your horse is educated out of fear, they're going to go, well, yeah, I'm afraid of you, but I'm more afraid of that plastic bag, and you're getting your butt dumped. So you want to, make sure you form that relationship and that trust, and that your horse is not afraid of you or your tools. So the way we're going to do that is with a little bit of desensitizing. So you notice that Sam right now looks way more relaxed than well, now he's staring at something, of course. I'm more relaxed than he was in the beginning. We've moved his feet. He's a little, out of breath. And we want to do desensitizing when they are out of breath because it gives them a reason. It starts to relax them like, hey, if you want to stand still, you need to stand still while I throw this rope over your back. And so we're going to try that out with Sam. We don't know how it's going to go. I have an idea that he'll be okay because he's not afraid of me or my tools that I'm seeing as he's moving around. He's respecting my tools and my body language, but I haven't seen him absolutely lose his mind. Some horses will lose their ever-loving mind. So to begin with our desensitizing, I'm going to make sure he's not afraid of my stick. He respects my stick, but it's not out of fear. And so to keep myself safe, because we never know what a horse is going to do, I always keep myself out to the side. So where if he was to strike at me with one of those front feet, and we haven't seen any evidence that he would be interested in doing that, but you always want to be very careful, he's going to strike forward, not out towards me at the side, and I'm going to keep my hand up by his head. Because sometimes their heads will come around and their head weighs a lot. If you get whacked in your head with their giant head, it's gonna hurt. So I keep my hand up here and then I take my stick and with relaxed body language, because I'm relaxed, I'm not asking him to move, I'm gonna toss my rope up over his back. And you watch his head come straight up in the air like it just did. No big deal. As long as he stands still, I'm just gonna keep doing it. And eventually, with more time and in further videos, when you check back in with us, you'll see that eventually, when I first toss this up over him, his head won't go up in the air like that. Eventually, he'll be to the point where he goes, you know what? I am tired. This girl has been moving my feet. I just need to stand here. I'm not afraid of those. I'm not concerned about those. I should just go to sleep because this is my time to rest. Because he's going to have a real job. A real job. I like to go around the feet. This is something that Clinton Anderson teaches us as well. Because if your horse ever gets, a rope stuck around their legs or steps on something and just, a twig grabs their leg, you do not want them trying to kill you. Crazy kicking out like, panic, panic. So we get them used to the fact that sometimes stuff grabs your leg and you just need to stand there. And Sam is doing beautifully. I would accept this 100% and go home saying, yes, we need to find something that he's more afraid of just to drill these concepts home because he's clearly not afraid of me and my tools. And so as he moves, I'm not hitting him, I'm hitting the ground beside him. As he moves, I just keep doing it. Because like I said, I said this isn't a big deal. He's clearly not listening to me, doesn't speak English just yet. But I've said, not a big deal. And now that he stands still, pass it up over his back, go, hey dude, when you stand still, it stops. Then I might wait a moment, and then just go at it again and see if he moves again. Because I'm not hitting him, I'm hitting the ground. And that time he didn't even move. Beautiful. But now I know, and I'm going to take note of the fact that maybe there's a little spot in there somewhere, that maybe one of these days he might take offense to that again. So I'm going to work on it a little bit more. Day by day, I like to pick those areas that are showing me, he tells me where he needs the work. So if he's spooking at something in particular, I go, that's what we need to work on tomorrow. So one of the ways that I've been getting control of Sam's feet is by backing him up. And backing a horse up is one of the best ways to gain the respect, to gain control on the ground, because it gives me the ability, if he's scared of something, or he wants to be really pushy, or he wants the food that I'm eating, to send him out of my space. It's the best way, the best chance I have to keep myself safe is to send him away from me. If he's gonna have a problem with something, like today when we put the saddle on him, if he's wanting to hop around or it's scaring him where I do not want him, is directly on top of me. So the fact that I taught him how to back is gonna help keep me safe. So there's a couple of methods of backing. The first one, and this is the one that he's, I think, having the most challenge with because it's very low energy. It takes a little bit more energy just to get him to start backing, is tap the air. This is the first method of backing that I was working with him on, and I'm going to tap the air with rhythm, and I'm going to increase the pressure until I get a backwards response. And not just, this is our 5th day of doing this. I do not want to see him just going, maybe I'll move backwards. I need him to be taking me seriously, because if he is afraid of a bug behind him or a stick pokes him in the butt, I want him to be more respectful of my space and backing up than I do wanting him to jump on top of me because of that stick or whatever scared him from behind. So you'll notice he's not afraid of me or my stick. He's not concerned about me up here. I didn't teach him to back by just whacking him really hard in the nose. I taught him with steady pressure. So what I'm going to do is tap the air, and I lean forward, letting him know that I'm coming. He doesn't move. So I move to tapping the rope, and that's when I get a backwards response from him. So ideally, when we're really, really good at this and we're getting an A-level grade, he'll back up just with me tapping the air, which he will do for 1 or 2 steps. That's not taking me super seriously though, but this is the one that we're working on the most. We're going to continue working on that until I get a quick back. One of his better methods is shaking the rope. So it's going to be wiggle, wave, walk, and whack. So I'm going to start with a wiggle. I'm going to turn it into a bigger wave, and then I'm going to walk like this with my stick. And you notice it takes me very seriously when I move to that level of pressure. But I don't always want to have my stick and be waving it about. I want to be able to move him just by leaning forwards and wiggling my rope. And I can, but I want him to take me just a little bit more seriously. So he backs up a little bit faster when I do increase the pressure. So over time, and what he and I are going to be working on in the next coming days, are getting him to take me a little bit more seriously and back up with a little bit more speed and more, yes ma'am kind of attitude. Now his best method of backing is where I'm going to march towards him. You'll see he's already like, oh, mom says back up. We've practiced that one quite a bit. That's one that we do not have quite as many troubles with as the other two. The other two we definitely still need some work on. But with the backing, let's move him this way so you can see a little better. I notice I can wiggle my rope as he steps too close to me and he backs up. And that's why we teach them these things, is just so that they're easier to work around and we're all able to stay safe. So with our marching, I'm going to start by marching in place and increasing my energy, and you'll see that he walks right backwards. And that's what I want from him. I want him to notice my change in body language when I stand up tall or when I hunch down and drive him. And I want him to look at my body language and say, oh, she's saying to move. But at the same time, I want to be able to walk up to him and pet him and have him not go running away from me. It's not that he always backs up, it's that he needs to back up when I've asked him to. So if I march towards you and ask you to back up, you back up. If I walk towards you and I want to pet you on the nose, he knows he can just stay there. So he's not afraid of what's going on, he's not afraid of me, but he's learning to respect me, which is going to keep both of us safe in our coming, weeks and months together, and his future, hopefully, as someone's riding horse. So something else that I've taught him that's going to help keep us safe through the saddling process is I've taught him to flex. And what that means is that with his halter and lead rope, if I pick up on my rope, and I might need to wake him up a little bit, he's interested in a donkey over there, he'll flex around and touch his side. And when he does finally give to me and touch his side, I release. He's very interested in the donkey, but this is great practice for us, to practice that he still needs to listen even if he's distracted. Because one day when he is under saddle, this is how I'm going to keep myself safe and how I'm going to stop him if we have an issue. Is I'm going to pull around, and on that time it won't be a halter and lead rope, it'll be a bridle and halter, or a bridle and reins, but I'm going to flex him. And these are going to be my brakes and my, oh boy, you know, shoot, I need to stop, safety method. So I want him to be very, very good at this. And even if there is a distraction, I still want to be able, and when he rotates, I stick with him. He really wants to stare at the donkey. When he rotates, I stick with him, and we keep flexing. And so he learns that when I pick up on my rope, I'll keep bumping there until he gives. And now none of this is hurting him. My bumping on him is not hurting his face. It's showing him that if I pull around, what he might tend to do is lean on it and go, well, fine, hold my whole head. And that's not what I want. I want him to give to me. I don't want to have to pull his whole head around. His head and neck is way stronger than my arms. If he doesn't want to turn his head, I can't force him to. So I want to teach him that when I pick up and I'm picking up very lightly, that he needs to get off of that pressure. And so with time, you know, I can pick it up with just these two fingers and have him come around. And I bump him if he gets too heavy, and that way he doesn't lean on me. And we're going to do this to both sides, because when I do toss a saddle up here and I'm ready for the first time to saddle him, I want to have his head bent around towards me. And what this does is if his head is bent towards me, if he were to freak out and jump around and want to kick and, you know, spaz out, if I have his head towards me, his bottom is going to go that direction, which is away from me. So it's going to keep me safe. If he wants to have an issue with the saddle, I want no part in that. You know, I'm an innocent bystander. I don't want to be, you know, in the carnage. But we've done our homework. We've prepared him well for this. So we're not expecting any issues. I certainly wouldn't be saddling him today if I was expecting it to be a problem, but we always want to be prepared for that possible worst case scenario and have safety measures in place to keep both us and Sam safe. All right, so now that we've done a little bit of groundwork with him, we've showed you where we're at with moving his feet, gaining his respect. The next video, when you check back in and see us again, we're going to be throwing a saddle up on him and seeing how he does. And what we've done throughout this video to prepare him for that is what's going to keep me and him safe. So check it out soon.
If you enjoyed this video, we'd love to hear from you. Like and subscribe and leave comments about what you might like to see in future videos. We'll see ya back on the ranch.